Yes, 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 yes. Come on into the room. Be coachable, teachable, trainable. Post your city and state where you're catching this information from on today. I am BrandMaster Martina Britt Yelverton, and I'm extremely excited to be here sharing additional information for you guys who are actually dialed in and who are plugged in to everything that we are doing for the new, stuck, or struggling emerging speaker. So on today's tutorial, we're talking about GHL custom fields, tracking what matters. So I'm sure beyond a shadow of a doubt that you guys have been plugged in, that you are rip-raring and ready to go, and you are dialed in and ready for this information. Because here in tutorial 7 of our step-by-step system, where we are building all of this for you, the emerging speaker, I realize you've been trying to track your information, right? Your details have actually become messy because they're on various spreadsheets or contact notes or something like that. And so today we're actually cutting that ribbon, we're cutting that cord, and we're setting up a GHL custom field to track some of your speaker specific information directly in your contacts records so that you can see everything that you need to know about an opportunity in one place. We're going to organize you guys. So you may be new, you may be emerging, you may be stuck or struggling as a new speaker, entrepreneur, or even as a seasoned speaker. And right now you are over it. Okay. You are absolutely over it. So in today's tutorial, you guys are going to be able to woosah, take a breath of fresh air, right? You are going to be able to even laugh at yourself and say, okay, you're right. I've been doing it messy, and now it's time to get it straight. I hope that is the mindset that you guys actually have, and that you will be able to absorb all of the information on today, because this is no gatekeeping strategies that I am using inside of my agency 3-tool system. And it will be able to continue to create $10,000 months for the 50+ professional like me, who is actually moving, growing. Like I'm telling you guys, follow the right cat, copy the right cat, do what the BrandMaster says, and get your assets in order. So in this tutorial, we have actually previously covered quite a few things for you guys. Okay, we did an introduction to tell you guys what was coming and why we made this revamp, why we went from comprehensive to basic. And now we've gone through forms, we've gone through calendars, we've gone through the basic website build, we've gone through funnels. Yes, Lord. We've also talked to you about CRM basics, and for those CRM basics, you need to have custom fields so you can find everything, right? We've set up that CRM to organize your contacts, and now we need to track where all of this is going on, okay? So custom fields are like personalized data slots in your CIM. They let you store information that isn't standard, like the event dates or the budgets. It makes it easy to filter and search for contacts based on specific criteria, and it helps you to see the complete picture of a speaking opportunity at a glance. This isn't about creating dozens of fields, because trust me, you can. It's about tracking just a few very key important data points that help you make better decisions, okay? So the 5, yes, only 5 essential, yes, essential, right? Custom fields for you as the new and emerging speaker. And you may be able to even duplicate this inside of your business as a different niche product or service. The event type is the very, very, very first one. Okay, you need to make sure you're setting a custom field for that. The actual event date, you need to make sure you're setting a custom field for that. The audience size, the budget, and the lead source, right? So the event type is the type of event, whether it's a keynote, a workshop, etc. The event date, so that you'll know whether there's only one date or whether there's a range of dates. The audience size, so you'll know exactly how many estimated people you'll be speaking to, what the budget of the EP is, and how they heard about you, so that you'll know where to go back and track information backwards to. So what I'm going to do It's because I told you guys inside this tutorial, you literally are getting a handy dandy checklist for everything that I am walking you through. I don't have you out here, winging it by yourself, trying to figure this, that, and the third out. I'm actually helping you with everything that I am sharing and walking you through. So what I'm going to do is share screen here in just a hot sec. Let me get it on the entire screen. And let me mute that screen just in case it has some audio so it doesn't double up on you guys. And then let me pull up the custom field checklist that you are actually privy to so that you can see what, when, where, how, why, and all of that good for what we're doing. So I brought it up a little bit larger on the screen, and we're actually going to talk through this because, again, the comprehensive part of this would be sharing and showing you every single step of this on the screen, and it would overwhelm you because currently you may not have your system open and you may just be watching this. So get the overview points now, and then when you join us inside of the Brand You community, in that aspect, you are able to go ahead and access your GHL account. If you don't have it, the link is on the screen. You are able to access your account and do what I'm showing you how to do. And if you have no earthly idea where to get any of these checklists from, then you're going to go over to community.martinabrityelverton.com. You're going to get your free become active in the community membership so that you can get all of the tools and all of the tips, strategies, checklists, and everything that you need to do what I'm getting ready to share with you. Okay. So before we ever get started, I tell you guys all the time, pre-plan. Go ahead and know what it is that you're trying to do before you even get started. Review your speaker inquiry form questions to identify the data that you're needing to track, depending on whether or not you did a basic inquiry form or you did a more advanced inquiry form. Your questions are going to vary based on which checklist you actually fell into today's tutorial on, okay? You're going to determine which speaker-specific information is most valuable. Plan how those custom fields will integrate with your existing form or forms, and consider the reporting and the filtering needs for the data that you're going to have. Now, some of those terms might go over your head. Don't worry. Let's talk about where you're going to access it, and let me see if I can make it a little cleaner for you. So you're going to access your custom fields, right? Let's see if I can go ahead and get a different screen up for you to be able to do that. Let's pull that down one hot second. Let's flip over to where our back area looks like, because what I have learned is YouTube doesn't like for me to show certain areas, guys. Right? The last video had to come down. I had to go mute out something that I said and then put it back up because it didn't like the hack that I was giving you. It felt I was doing some kind of crazy guidelines smashing, and it took the video down. And so I had to go and mute it and put it back up. So let's make sure I'm not sharing anything right now that it would consider confidential. Okay, we don't need that happening. Okay, great. And I am not. So now I can pull this back up onto the screen and ensure that everything is updated on the screen. Okay, so here we go. You're going to actually access the information I gave you before through your ghl.martinabrityelverton.com. You're going to access what you need to access. Then you're going to look on the left-hand side down at the very bottom if you're on the page before, and you're going to access the settings that are located here. That's going to flip you over to the second area, and then you're going to scroll down on the left to get to your custom fields. Again, you're going to go to your settings in your GHL dashboard, and you're going to click on custom fields on the left menu. All right. Once you do that, now you will arrive at the area that you see here on the screen, and you will be able to move forward with some of the items that you have here in your checklist. So it's telling you to access the custom fields, settings, custom fields. We just did that. Review what's there. If you have a brand new account, nothing will be there. You will be moving on to create an event type custom field. Okay. When you get your account, nothing will be here. I'll repeat that. Nothing will be here. You will be looking at a blank screen, and you will begin to add the fields, okay? So you're going to create your first custom field. You're going to click to add a custom field. Then from the event type, you're going to choose drop down as a field type, okay? So let's add a custom field. Do you see how you have some little options over here on the left? You're going to choose your specific event type, which is a drop down. So we're looking at either a single or a multiple, depending on what you have predetermined are your options. In this case, we're going to choose to create a keynote workshop panel. Is that what our note says? Because that's what mine says. Note workshop panel corporate. These are the different things that you're going to add in, or even an other. Okay, so let's do that so you can see how that happens on the screen. So choosing a single, you're only going to have select options here. Choosing a multiple, when you get over into that, you're going to see how it doubles up. So just for now, let's go into single. Let's say next. Here in next, from your handy dandy cheat sheet, you're going to copy paste. All right, name it event type. All right, what we're doing right here in the naming, we're naming it the event type. Copy and paste. Moving on. Right, the next thing that it's asking you to do is choose the drop down fields. Here are the drop down fields that you're going to use. You're going to say keynote. So down here, you're actually able to put in keynote, add an option. The next one that you have here is workshop, or you can say training. So if you wanted to do workshop for the next one, and then training for the next one. And you're going to add each of these in here, whether you wanted to say panel discussion or panel, totally up to you. This is customizable by you. Whether you're saying corporate event, put both of them now. There we go. Additional conference and other, right? Now, I'm going to suggest while you have this option, you go ahead and group the information, meaning this is contacts information. This is what? You know that it's dealing with your speaker inquiry. Please go ahead and group now. Your handy dandy checklist does not have that. This is why you have the tutorial. I may have it on there by the time you receive this if I go in and change it afterwards. We're going to make sure that you group that in the speaker inquiry. And we're going to say save. All right. For some reason, when I grouped it, it moved it. So let's go back and do that again. Have mercy. Boom. Going back through here, adding those back rather quickly. Don't know why I didn't think about that beforehand, but there you have it. You're learning like I'm learning. And other. All right, event type, contact, inquiry form, scroll down. There are additional preferences. We're not worried about that right now. All right, it says event type already exists. In yours, it won't already exist. Okay, so for the purpose of this, we're going to hit the X because we already know the event type is there. Let me show you. See how it says event? Here's my event type. I already have this in here. And as you see, it's already done on the speaker inquiry, was done previously, just to let you know. This is what happens when you're set up correct. All right. So now if I wanted to go through, I do the same for an event date, an audience size, budget range. I go ahead and key all of these in. All right. You want to take the opportunity to go through and do each of those specific areas. All right. So now when it's time for you to move into the next area, because I'm not going to be repetitive and extend this video, just like you saw me do event type, you can do event date, audience size, right? Audience size, you're going to use number. Obviously, event date, you're going to use date. Budget range, you're going to use a drop down field so that you can key in these various ranges. Want to know what I'm talking about? When you go to your new field, you're going to choose number, or you're going to choose date, or you're going to choose the drop down. Okay, I hope that's clear. Using your checklist to make those various areas. Okay. And you're going to put in the multiple ranges, whatever your budget is, or whatever your inquiry form says, whatever your agreement says. These are just here as examples, okay? And again, you're going to also put in your lead source using a drop down, multiple options. So you can say website, referral, social media, networking, speaking, engagement, other, save. That's how you're going to get all of your custom fields here so that you can use them at a later date, right? So when you're thinking about what happens now that I have all of the custom fields, now we would need to connect these custom fields to your speaker inquiry form so that the data is automatically captured, okay? And what I mean by that is that when it's time for you to receive information from someone completing your speaker form, it matches. So one of the easiest ways that I can help you understand the next set of directions that's talking about mapping your form field to your custom fields is for you to pull directly from the custom field that you just created versus trying to locate the option to maps to. But I wanted to make sure that you had those options. But again, let me show you what I mean by that. So if you actually go out and you look on your left panel again, you locate your sites as your checklist is telling you to. It's telling you to navigate to the sites, forms, and form builder. Here is the sites. Here are the forms. Here is the form builder. That's going to bring you to all your forms. For the purposes of what we're doing, let's go to the most recent, and that's going to be the demo speaking form that we have here. So when you open up this demo speaking form, the first thing that you're trying to do is to add or map to your created custom fields, okay? And you know you created these custom fields based on the speaker inquiry form. So if we're looking at this particular set of event type, attendance, event date, outcome, and all of that you've heard me mention, this is the easiest way to make sure this form maps to those specific custom fields, okay? This is letting you know that in the right-hand corner, if you're adding a new field and you have not yet mapped it, then you would need to click to map it. However, because we've set these up through custom fields, when you select the event type and you pull that in for the date, the audience, and the budget, it's automatically mapped to here in GHL. So you don't have to do that hard work. Meaning, when you look on the left-hand side, you click custom fields, you go down to where those custom fields are, then you click to drag the event type. It is mapped to. How do we know? It's right there in the unique key. The audience size. When you go down and click on the audience size, you'll notice it's mapped to here, the audience size. This is because you pulled them directly from the custom fields. You didn't have to go and map them yourself. Don't you just love GHL for doing that hard work for you? Okay. Now, when someone fills out your form, the data will automatically populate in the custom fields on their contact record. Now, because I have real contacts in here, I would not be able to show you. However, I'm going to pull this down for just a quick hot second to see if there's the opportunity for me to open up a demo one and have a look at that so I can show this to you. Let's see. Let's go over into the conversation tabs. I'm going to type Martina test and see if we can get that to show up. And if we can, then I will be able to show you that in the notes area. So good, we can. Let's go over here on the right to the notes side just to verify that beforehand, to show you this area. All right, so here briefly, I can show you over here on the right-hand side. This is the test site, and here's some information that has come in through the test site, and we're here in the notes area for you to see this is where information would populate, right? So I don't want to have any more issues with YouTube about me showing any contact information. Praise God, I did not, okay? So again, you want to make sure that anytime your forms are completed, that information shows up under that contact's name in that contact's area, and it is matched with that specific contact individual. So again, that anytime you go through filtering your contacts, You can now filter your contacts by any of your custom fields. You can actually put in a query that says, show me all the prospects with a budget over 5,000. Show me all the prospects with an event date in the next 3 months. Now you can see everything at a glance. So when you open a contact record, you'll be able to see their custom field data in one place. You won't have to dig around looking through notes, spreadsheets, or any of that. You can actually filter by a specific set of criteria that you have determined is important to you. You want to keep it simple. Only create fields for the data that you actually want to track. So if I've given you in your handy dandy checklist multiple things to track, but you will not be using those, don't create those. Use drop downs where possible because it keeps your data clean and consistent. Update your forms. If you add a new custom field, make sure to add it to your form. Review your data and look for patterns in your custom field data because most of your leads could come from referrals versus events, and you want to know that. That's important information that you need to know early. So now that you've gone through setting this up, your CRM now has the custom fields and the ability to track speaker-specific data. Next, we're going to be covering in tutorial 8. Let me double check that because this says tags. However, for some reason, my handy dandy note says we've covered tags, but it says we're supposed to cover tags, probably again, because they are crucially important. Your tags and your custom fields will work together to give you a more complete picture of every contact inside of your system. So this is your custom field setup, a powerful way to track your data. And this is the data that really matters inside of your business, right? So make sure to grab your custom fields setup checklist. Can't talk today, guys. Inside of the community, make sure to grab your actual GHL account or ensure that you are a sub account holder in someone else's account if you would like to follow along inside of these tutorials. That's great because, again, in the next one, we're going to talk about tags. And after tags, we're going to wrap up this specific week with pipelines. Now, pipelines get a little deep, but they are important. Either way, I am here to help the emerging speaker to get your foundation right, to get your assets in order so that your business can grow and scale and you can get back your time freedom, generate your legacy, your wealth, your anything that you're trying to do to build your brand while we have these very precious days here on earth. Thank you for your time today. I greatly appreciate it. And if you are not currently registered for SpeakerCon coming up this November, take the opportunity right now to go and get registered for that, okay? SpeakerCon, let's see if I can get that on the screen before I close out. SpeakerCon Conference 2025. Or you can go to speakercon2025.martinabrityelverton.com. The link is on the screen for you to get registered so that you can see all of the good that will be going on in this here hood online so that you guys can understand just how crucially important it is for you to come into a room of like-minded individuals, right? This is a results-driven leadership and communication conference designed for career professionals, entrepreneurs, leaders, and creators who want to make their voice count in this world, guys, okay? We're actually kicking off on that Wednesday night. We have a full Thursday of conference speakers. We have a Friday AM, a Friday PM in-person event in Maryland, right? And then we have an all-day Saturday and a finale on Sunday. Again, if you're interested in going to the in-person event on November the 7th, go ahead and go to Evening of Impact. Go ahead and click that link, get registered, show up, and be ready to celebrate all the other options that are going on for that PM evening conference. Okay, guys, thank you again for your time on the day. I greatly appreciate you all. I know that today has been valuable, and I hope that your minds are open to